How's it going, guys? It's Nate, and today we're going to be going through how to install a GloLights system. So the first thing I do when I come to the property is we need to figure out where we have outlets. So we have one just up there, and we're going to shoot for that spot. And then once we figure that out, the next thing we need to do is tie in power and map everything out. I've got this cat's paw. I think I got it from Lowe's. This works really well for pulling these nails. So I'll kind of get it started here. Just pull it down a little bit, and then that way you have a head to grab onto. Once you have that head, you don't want to push too hard on the fascia because it'll just bend it in. But if you kind of pull down, you can get it right out. Hold on to that for later, but you can shove this in like that and then kind of slightly pull it, and then you can see how now I have access to all that. And then it rests on this rubber piece here, and I can just fish the wire straight through, cut a notch, and then this is going to be hidden right inside of the track. On this particular install, we have 120 feet we're powering. We only want to go about 80 feet before we inject. That way we keep at 90% voltage. We don't want to have more than 10%. So we're going to inject probably about halfway down just to give it some more juice. On a 36 volt system, you want to figure out about where you're going to have some voltage drop. At this spot right here is about 80 feet. So I have a 14-2 wire that I'm going to tie in to the lights, and then that way the rest of the system isn't going to have any more voltage drop. The way you do this effectively is you unplug the power unit, you can tie it in, and then plug it back in. You don't want to cut the wire when it's live, and you don't want to try and inject power when it's live because it can kind of shock the lights into burning out. In this situation, you can do a couple things. You can pull this down and run the wire under this fascia lip. I prefer to drill a hole here, and then do a jumper to go around it. And then that way you don't see anything going across. You're not risking anything being grounded out, but totally up to you in this situation. You're a mom and pop. Like, why can we not all be brothers and sisters? Brady is going to demonstrate to us what happens when we run into a nail. You don't have to do this, but if you want it to look perfecto, okay, that's where our nail's at. Okay. Do a little V cut. Oh, hey-o. And let's put this piece in together. Okay, now that sits perfectly flush and all the way forward. Okay.